Not too far from the monastery there are lakes. The county is full of lakes, the Cavern Lakes, and many things have happened over the years in these lakes. There was the case when in the monastery the daughter of, must have been the brother of Father Paddy, was found hanging on her father's tie in the wardrobe, and we were informed of that just as we were getting ready to celebrate Holy Mass. The Missa Summa, Father Paddy, who was a secular priest on holidays with his family, rushed out of the cloister immediately, and that is what happened. But then, unfortunately, on another side of the same family, something else happened about the same time. A young man, who had been her cousin, was found dead in one of these lakes, and we were puzzled what had happened to their soul. And there was a little girl who had gifts from the Lord. The Lord would talk to her and wanted to know if their souls were all right. And it turned out that the lassie, who wasn't a bad lassie because she would come to Holy Mass in the monastery in the morning, was in the lowest level of purgatory and needed 40 eternal fathers. That's the prayer of St. Bridget, I believe, to get out of there. And I undertook to do those in the Divine Mercy Shrine that we had. Actually, it might have been the prayer of St. Gertrude, but that's not a question. And so, when I got to the 40th, I intuited that she was being removed from that lowest level. The lowest level, of course, is close to the other place, and the souls are always glad not to have gone further down. But then the answer with regard to the other one, the young man, came back, and it was simply, he is lost. Evil had got hold of him. I heard that, I believe it was in this lake, that some years ago a good young teacher was taking a boat full of school children in a rowing boat to one of these islands in the lake, and it capsized, and he tried his best to save them, jumping in and pulling one after the other onto the capsized little boat, but some were lost, and he could not face the parents, and so he deliberately drowned himself. But he did an act of kindness in trying to rescue these little people, so may God be merciful to him. All these memories come back, and in the monastery time did stand still, for it was in the unruined, unspoiled country, and one could hear the sound of silence and the trickling by of seconds. There was no artificialdom in those days. In the early 90s, in the country of County Cavan, there was but peace and quiet, and plenty of time for adoration. We had adoration a lot of the time, day and night. Gilnacrot, revisited. And when alone with loneliness, I come and visit hidden corners of the mind, when kneeling once again in censored home, whose scent is sent from memories left behind. When I say I hear the sound of grace that touched my hidden soul in this hid land, and gaze again at this same tender face that from this wood once stood and still would stand. I cannot leave this long, long yesterday, where song held yet the flicker of youth's spark, without a little tear, where cast away was light so bright by one ray hugely dark. Nor shall I say 'twas all in vain, in vain, for I'd give all to walk 1 hour again.